In this episode, diagnose a dying car, car spot of the century, and Spaceballs. Welcome to episode 88 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, we're going to play a game.
Oh.
I'm going to give you symptoms, and you're going to give me the car problem.
Okay.
Okay? This is what I had to do past 2 days.
Okay.
You know how somebody comes by and they say, hey, my car's not working. And you go, all right, what's wrong? And then, it's somebody who's not into cars, so they go, I don't know, it ain't working.
You just stopped working.
Not useful.
No,
So,
zero.
I will pass that step for you, and I will give you symptoms, okay?
Okay.
The car shut off in the driveway. Symptom number 1.
Okay, shut off
number-
from what?
It just shut off. That's
Okay.
what I'm told. I was not the driver. That's all I'm told. Okay?
All right.
While I was driving, I noticed the RPM would bounce a lot when the AC compressor would kick on. It would go from a normal idle of around 700 RPM up to 1,500 to 2,000 RPM.
So it's not jumping thousands.
It went from 700 to 2K. It went
1,300.
1,300 and change.
But it didn't do 5,000. It
No,
wasn't
no.
to redline.
No.
It
Nowhere close to
sounds, this is smelling electrical to me.
that. Okay. There was a battery light that came on the dash when I turned the headlights on.
That definitely sounds way more electrical to me.
And you once in a while would need to keep the RPMs up at red lights or it would just die on you.
So you said the battery light was on the dash. Is there another if-then statement? If the battery light was on the dash?
When the headlights were on.
Okay. Were the headlights dim?
What do you mean? Oh,
Like the brightness
no. It was the daytime.
Okay. So I am the least mechanical human being in existence. But I'm starting to piece together that it's got something electrical to do with this.
You're correct.
It's smelling not like a battery, because the car started, didn't
The
it?
car starts fine.
But it doesn't stay running.
It struggles to stay running.
That sounds alternator-ish.
Yes. You're correct.
Hey! Because if it was a battery, then it just wouldn't crank. It wouldn't even start.
Right. But I think traditionally with an alternator, wouldn't the battery just keep dying?
Yeah. But once you've got your car turned on, then you're essentially just running on alternator, not battery.
Yeah, I suspect what's going on is the alternator is trickle charging the battery, but not charging it enough.
Yep.
Or not able to keep the voltage high enough.
Mm-hmm.
So when you drive the car around town with no AC, with no headlights, with no radio, with everything electronically turned off, it's fine. No problems. When you start turning on conveniences, things don't go well. It turns off.
That sounds alternator-ish.
You're correct.
Have you replaced it?
It's currently being replaced.
You are not doing the replacing?
It's behind the engine, and you got to put it on a lift and take off the wheel. And it's not my car. It's my wife's car, but it's not easy to replace.
Oof.
I can do a flat tire. I can do an oil change. I can do spark plugs. I could do normal things.
Air filter.
Oh yeah, but that's stupid. That's just simple stuff.
Oh, of course.
Yes, I can do a little more mechanical than you probably could, but
Yep.
That's past my line. Yeah, not touching that.
Agree.
So you won the game. Congratulations.
Woo! What do I get?
That means we're going to talk about your car spot of the week first.
Okay. So before I get to my car spot of the week, honorable mention, I did see an Aston Martin DBS Superleggera literally today.
Ooh,
Quite nice.
heck yeah.
Stunning car. But that doesn't make my spot of the week because it's not rare enough. I know. Shocking, right? So the first thing I spotted that is my second in line in terms of my spot of the week, because frankly, I don't know if I'll ever beat my true spot of the week with how incredible it is. But
What?
I know. Just stay with me. But the first thing I saw was a Porsche.
Okay.
But not a regular 911, not a regular Cayman, not even a GT3 or a GT4. It's a Boxster. And I know what you're thinking. A Boxster? That's not spot worthy. What are you talking about?
The poor man's Porsche?
Exactly. But this is no ordinary Boxster, my friend. What I saw was a Boxster 25th anniversary edition. So
Okay.
celebrating 25 years of the Boxster. Porsche did a very limited run of the Boxster 25 years edition, or whatever they call it, which they're limiting to only 1,250 units, I should say. So pretty rare in terms of worldwide production. Not a lot of them across the world.
That's rare, but not rare enough that you would find one here.
Correct. It's like if you don't know what you're looking at, you don't know what you're looking at. If you know, you know. So I saw it and I was like, ooh, I knew right away because I am the Porsche nerd that I am. And you can tell based upon the color in GT Silver with the bronze special edition wheels, as well as the red interior and some extra subtle little hints, as well as a badge on the back. And I saw it and I was like, ooh, that's no ordinary Boxster. That's a Boxster 25 years edition.
Interesting.
So quick little tidbit here. Like I said, it is limited to 1,250 units worldwide. It is based on the current 718 Boxster GTS 4.0, which is a really nice sweet spot in the Boxster and Cayman range. Because the standard Boxster, the 718 Boxster and the 718 Cayman and the Cayman S and Boxster S has a flat 4-cylinder turbo.
Okay.
The GTS 4-liter is a 4-liter naturally aspirated flat 6.
Not turbo.
Correct. So it's based on the 718 GTS flat 6 4-liter.
So there's significant engine modifications to this.
Yeah, it's a different engine than the standard Boxster. It's got 394 horsepower out of that naturally aspirated engine, which I think would be a really nice sweet spot if you had this car just on a back road in a canyon in a mountain. It's like just the perfect amount of power to not kill yourself.
No, but it'd be quick. It'd be punchy.
Oh, it'd be punchy as hell.
Yeah.
And because it's natural aspirated, it's going to make a much better noise than the standard Boxster and Boxster S.
Right.
Right. It's just, I like this car. It's an interesting car.
Cool car spot. That would be one that would go right past me.
Yeah, you see it and you're like, oh, a Boxster.
Maybe I would have seen the gold in the wheels and thought they were OEM or aftermarket.
You would have. You would have been, oh, someone put cool wheels on their car. But no, that's factory.
Yeah. That would have, yeah. That's a cool one.
Definitely cool.
What you said earlier that your next car spot, which is your actual spot, is more interesting than any car you've ever seen?
It's up there with the Paganis and the Bugattis.
Oh. The Koenigsegg?
It's up there with the Koenigsegg.
Okay.
This is like top 3 car spots I've ever had ever in my life.
What could you have possibly seen?
So, I saw a Lamborghini, but not a regular Lamborghini. I saw a Lamborghini Centenario here in pokey little Sarasota, Florida.
Forgive me. What is a Lamborghini Centenario?
Oh, Derek, you uncultured swine. So a Lamborghini Centenario is an extraordinarily rare hypercar from Lamborghini. They made 40 of them in the entire world, 20 of which as a coupe and 20 of which as a roadster. The very car we're looking at, the blue with darker blue carbon and all that in the back,
Miami
roadster. Blue. I think it's technically blue Cephas or whatever it is, but this particular Centenario is now here locally.
Okay.
20 roadsters made in the entire world.
20?
One of 20.
Whoa.
One of 20.
Whoa.
So I was working, and Stu and I were going down the road, and I look up and I was like, okay, that's different. I could see the headlights a million miles away. Bright blue car. Could see the headlights. And it's like, okay, that's obviously Lamborghini, I'm thinking. We were close to the Lamborghini dealer, so it kind of makes sense. And I was like, is it maybe the new Countach? It's got kind of a really much slopier front end. Thought maybe it's a new Countach, maybe. And when we got closer, my eyes got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I went, oh my God, that's not a Countach. That's a goddamn Centenario. Huh. Holy shit.
Wow.
I could not believe that there is now locally a Lamborghini Centenario here.
I've never seen it.
So I did post about it quickly on social, and apparently it is now being sold at Lamborghini of Sarasota. It just got delivered, and they were driving it on the roads.
Oh.
And when I saw it, there's a big cloud of smoke just after it. I have a sneaky suspicion they may have done a little bit of a cheeky start with this car and gave it a little extra right foot, give it a burnout.
Huh. Wow.
I cannot believe I saw this car in real life. Cannot believe I saw this car in real life. In the wild.
20 of them.
In the whole world.
That is crazy.
This car had close to a $2.2 million MSRP.
Ooh.
The regular Centenario it was like 1.9 or like right at 2 million. But this car was a $2.2 million MSRP. It's currently for sale for like 2.8 or 3 million or something like that. So I saw basically $3 million car driving down the road in Sarasota traffic.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Has a naturally aspirated 6.5 liter V12 that produces 770 horsepower. It's a little bit on the heavier side. It's 3,351 pounds. And it does 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds.
Whoa. That thing's a monster.
How freaking cool is this thing?
Did it sound good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yes. Yes. Oh, just. Again, this is probably top 3 or top 5 car spots I've ever had in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I never would have ever imagined I'd see a Lamborghini Centenario in the wild. In the wild. Just on the public road.
Lamborghinis are already flashy, but they just stepped it up a couple steps. Just toss it up there. Make it more flashy.
It just is. Oh, my God.
It really would fit in with sitting right next to that orange Koenigsegg that you saw.
It would have been perfect.
Yeah.
If I could just put the Centenario next to the Koenigsegg, next to the Pagani Huayra.
Right. Yep.
Those would be my top 3 car spots I think I've ever had.
Does Ferrari have an equivalent to this?
The one they're building, the Ferrari Daytona SP3.
Yeah, you're right. Which was at Goodwood.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
But how freaking cool is this? I'm just losing my mind.
You gonna stop by the Lambo dealer?
Yep. Yeah, they have it in the showroom.
Perfect.
And if you're local, you can go see it.
Next to the Countach, right?
Yep.
Cool.
They actually put it in the Countach's spot. They moved the Countach for it.
Ooh. Wow.
That's a special car.
That is a special car. If you're moving a Countach, that's a special car.
Yeah. But that was my spot of the week, and I think for good reason. Because, oh my God, it's amazing.
Okay. Well, I'm doomed.
I don't think you're going to beat me here. Sorry.
No.
What did you see?
I happened to see, the normal, the R8s. I did see one of these McLaren. I think it's a 720S is what I saw.
That be a 720S? Correct?
Yeah, it was in black. I don't think it was matte. It was going the other way. I didn't get a super good look at it. Do you think that this car in black looks good?
I think it looks best in black.
You think so?
Because it kind of makes the eyes not look as sunken in.
Of all the cars in black, I will say this so far takes it for the supercars.
It works in black. I just wish it had silver wheels.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Because the 911 is okay in black. It doesn't really work.
I mean, it's not bad, but it just is.
A 458, a 488 doesn't really work.
It's not bad. It's just kind of.
Yeah. This kind of works because of the headlights. Kind of, in my opinion.
I like the McLaren in black. I do.
Okay. But my car spot was actually a Model S Plaid.
Oh.
Now, have you seen this badge before?
I have.
Do you know what this badge is all about?
I just thought it was some kind of nerdy guy that was like, hey, I got a cool badge in my Tesla.
No, this comes factory from Tesla.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I've seen the badge because I've seen what feels like 1,000 Plaids now because they're, dare I say, common. But I don't want to say common because I'm going to ruin your car spot. But
they are.
But they're being more delivered, right? So
Yes.
more people are having them. So I had seen that badge a couple of times, and I'm like,
this-
oh, it's kind of interesting. I just thought it was like a form badge, like if you're part of like Tesla owners of Florida or something. I don't know.
Nope, this is the Plaid badge of the new Plaid cars. This is the cars that started doing the 0 to 60 in 1.9 with rollout, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Anyway, a 2-second 0 to 60.
Yep.
And this came about, here's the quote, the Tesla Model S Plaid unique badging is a loving homage to one of Elon Musk's favorite space opera comedy films, Mel Brooks' 1987 classic Spaceballs.
So that badge comes from Spaceballs.
Yes. In one of the film sequences, featured several levers of Starship speeds, namely light speed, ridiculous speed, ludicrous speed, and plaid speed.
So that's where Plaid comes from.
Mm-hmm. And they have a ludicrous mode in a Tesla. That's like your launch control. And he's building a rocket right now called Starship.
Okay.
Yes.
So apparently Elon Musk is the world's biggest Spaceballs fan.
I guess so. It is somewhat rare to see these badges. You'll see Teslas all around. You don't often see that badge.
I've seen it like twice. Because I remember making a mental note like, oh, that's kind of different. I don't understand it. I think it's just something different. I don't know.
It's a Spaceballs thing. It's fairly rare because they only started putting them on the car maybe within the last 6 to 10 months or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not all that recently. And it is only on the Plaid model. And I don't know if you have to explicitly ask for the badge or if it comes like that. But it's kind of neat.
Oh, it's cool. For sure. Because, like I said, I've only seen him like once or twice, but I'm also on the road way more than you are. And I always thought, oh, okay, it's something. It's different. I don't know what or why or how, but now it's cool to know that it comes from Spaceballs.
It does. It is interesting how he incorporates culture into some of the stuff he builds. Yes.
Interesting.
So I think that that moves us on to the I wish they would have.
Okay.
Do you have one, my friend?
I do have an I wish they would have, and it is racing themed.
Okay.
I wish that IMSA would replace the LMP3 class with GT4s.
Oh boy.
A bigger disparity in speed.
So the last episode, we had just talked about a new series that's coming into IMSA's ladder. And for those who don't know, a ladder is a way to go up.
Yeah.
So if you put GT4s at the top of the ladder, how do you go up the ladder to get there?
I see your point, but from a racing fan's perspective, it would be jolly exciting.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. But it would be cool.
If you want a speed disparity, just get the MX-5 Cup cars out there. What do you mean?
I'm fine with that.
No, that becomes dangerous.
Yes, but...
Is there any series that you know of that runs GT4 and GT3 at the same time?
Yep.
What?
24-hour series. They run TCR at the same time they run the GT3 classes.
You are correct about that.
The one that's just now been nixed from Sebring.
Right.
Take that. And Nürburgring 24 hours.
That's...
But hey, you asked.
No.
You asked.
That
I've
doesn't
answered.
Count. The Germans are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are nuts over there.
9.
When you have a 27-mile track, it's a little different. Okay?
I suppose in America, that adds in.
We don't have that.
Yes, but they race a Dacia Sandero against a Porsche GT3R.
I know. And a Fox Body Mustang. I know. It's ridiculous. I know.
I love that race so much.
It's cool. It's cool in its own right.
Yeah.
I don't see that flying. I cannot see... The speed differential will be too much, and it will become too dangerous.
You're right.
IMSA is so weird because if the cars are the same speed, it's dangerous between different classes. And if they're too far out of speed differential, it's dangerous. There's a very little sweet spot that you have to hit.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Honda's hill start in the Civic Type R. If the hill is too steep, it won't work. If it's too little, it won't work. So same thing with IMSA, right? If it's too similar, it won't work. If it's not similar enough, it won't work.
And the IMSA manual says like the speed will be too much and too little at the same time.
It must be the most mediumist amount.
All right.
So do you have an I wish they would have?
I do.
What you got?
I wish that your car, when you got there and you got it and you looked in the manual, it had a list of symptoms and then it had a list of problems associated with those symptoms. Because you know where you go when you have symptoms right now?
WebMD.
The internet. Yes. And you go to the manufacturer name here form to find some bro that figured out that symptom XYZ means you have a spark plug on cylinder 8 that's going bad in 3 miles.
Okay.
And that's the fix. Like, why can't they find those problems and those symptoms while they're doing testing of the car and write them down in the manual and say, if you have XYZ problem, it's likely this.
Because that would make your owner's manual as big as a phone book, which for young listeners and watchers, you don't know what that is.
Put it online. I don't know. It feels like they could do more.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
I like your point.
Yeah. Because right now you do have to go down the form for the manufacturer to figure it out, which they're really good at.
Yeah, you've got to go
so good
into the depths of the internet to find the correct form, to then you get the most specific amount of knowledge.
They're so good at it, though.
They are.
They know exactly what the problem is, and they know exactly the solution, and they'll give you the link to the part to buy to fix it, and then the YouTube video on how to fix it.
Yep.
But why can't the manufacturer provide that? That'd be so much better.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Instead, they say, bring it to your local dealership, and we'll fix it for an arm and a leg.
Yes, the Stealership.
That's a good one.
All right, so you got anything else?
Nope, I think that's it, buddy.
All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for episode 88. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave us a thumbs up and a comment on the video. And don't forget to hit subscribe while you're at it. If you're listening on audio, please leave us a 5-star rating and a review on your platform of choice. And while you're thinking about it, don't forget to follow us on social. Facebook is We Are Auto, Instagram is We Are Auto _, YouTube is We Are Auto, and our website is weareauto.io. So again, thanks so much for watching and listening. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.